What's good, people? Uncle Hotep back at it again. How y'all doing? Happy Monday. Magnificent Monday. Magic Monday. And Ed Buck. If you're ever in California and somebody says there's a party at Ed Buck's place, man, do not go. Just do not go. The story, I think it was 2017. Um, there was a black gay male, and I think he was an escort, and he was over Ed's house, and he died of an overdose. Now in 2018, well, 20, did this just happen 2019 or just, no, on Monday, 2019, another black male, um, I'm not sure of his sexual persuasion. Not that that should matter. Um, has also deceased. A man's body was found early Monday in the West Hollywood home of prominent Democratic donor Ed Buck. A law enforcement source described the dead man, whose name has not been released, as young and not white. What is that? Like, now it's this getting dangerous now because we're seeing the political correctness that has been raging over in the UK. Now it gets down to our police, and one thing, it's California, but that explains a lot. But I would never have thought, police in America would bow down to, like, not saying the color, the race of whoever did the crime, or the victim or whatever. Like, what difference is it? He has not been arrested and is reportedly cooperating with investigators. Buck is well known in LGBTQ political circles. Now, this is the previous guy, Jamel Moore, died of methamphetamine overdose in Buck's apartment. Paramedics found Moore naked on a mattress in the living room, which was littered with drug paraphernalia. Mm-mm-mm. Now look at some of these tweets. This man is a predator who preys on young, black, mostly gay men. He's also a major political donor. This is the second black man found in his home. Y'all making it out to be he's some serial killer. Here comes Tariq Nasheed. Now another black man has been found dead in his house. They refused to prosecute. Oh, here comes George Johnson. Ed Buck is drugging black gay men and using them for sexual pleasure. This is the second black gay boy to be found in his home. The first being Jamel Moore. Buck is a sexual predator killing black lives. What I think is happening here, he's friends with people that party a lot. And when I mean party a lot, I mean doing drugs and things of that nature. And that lifestyle, that whatever, partying and everything else, overdoses happen. Now, is it a coincidence that happened at his spot twice? It probably is. You have to look into what Ed Buck is doing. What's his lifestyle? Is he just going out and partying? Where does he get this money to do all this? Well, I mean, that the money is part is immaterial, but I mean, is he just rich? He don't work or anything? Like, you know what I'm saying? He's just a donor. I guess he must got buku bucks. He don't work a goddamn thing, I guess. Let me see what the advocate.com. Now, the first guy wrote a journal. And where is it at? Let me see. Moore had written about Buck injecting him with dangerous drugs before his death. Oh, this is okay. Let me read this whole paragraph. Buck, a white man in his 60s, was investigated previously by authorities after the death of Jamel Moore. I keep saying Jamel Hill, who died of amphetamine overdose in Buck's home in 2017. Since Moore's death was classified as an accidental overdose, numerous young black gay men have alleged that Buck has a fetish for shooting drugs into black men he picks up off the streets or on hookup sites. Moore had written about Buck injecting him with dangerous drugs before his death. What do you mean dangerous? All drugs are dangerous, pretty much, except for, trees. You don't even want to smoke too much of trees. Dangerous drugs. All drugs are dangerous. I'll put that. I've become addicted to drugs, and the worst one at that. Moore wrote in his journal in December 2016. Ed Buck is the one to thank. He gave me my first injection of crystal meth. Like, he didn't wait till you. He didn't tie down to, to the chair, and give it to you without your permission, did he? No, you asked him to do it. You probably went to his house and like, hey man, I can get off the streets and not shoot up outside. I can shoot up at Buck's house. Buck, a millionaire, living in Hollywood, running a crack house, a meth house. Unbelievable. They haven't released the kid's name. They believe the substance was taken before he came over. The person came over intoxicated. I don't know. I mean, I do know. It's just, Buck is in that scene. And these are grown-ass men. For y'all to say, oh, he preys on us. Like, if y'all all know this, why y'all going over his crib? See, this is where personal responsibility never comes into culture. Y'all want to blame the man. It's the man's fault. It's the man. Just like Jamel Moore. He want to blame Buck for him sticking needles in his arm. And Buck was the one that did it first. That's who he wants to blame. Now he's dead. Rest in peace, Mr. Moore. Mr. Moore... It's not Ed Buck's fault, man. It's your fault. It's plain and simple. I mean, I don't know. I'm not going to run into some narrative that this was he's being some black serial killer. I'm not going to. I don't think so. I think he just hangs out with people that do drugs. And if you do drugs, there's a chance, hard drugs, there's a chance you could perish. Did they cover it up? I don't know. What are you going to charge it with? In Hollywood, I don't even think, because I'm like, yeah, y'all aren't even charging people for using drugs or having drugs. Do y'all? The liberal capital of the world? I don't know what to say, but it's a shame. Rest in peace, the boy. I don't think there's any deep conspiracy here. I just think he's a wild bull, and y'all's doing wild stuff, and sometimes you do wild stuff as a human being. You might go away from here. Anyway, this is Uncle Hotep. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.